So today's energy feels pretty quiet, but in my experience, usually when things are quiet, the currents are shifting. If you're new here, my name is Maya. I'm the Untamed Oracle, and my job is to channel what's unseen so you can walk what's real. My words are timeless, so if they reach you later, they were meant to. When I say God, I name the energy that unites us all, but you may call it what you will. Also, when I speak of masculine and feminine energies, or if I use masculine or feminine pronouns, I'm speaking of vibration, not gender. Now take this moment to lean in. From what I'm seeing in the skies with astrology, there is a test being formed today that will touch on truth, illusion, and the courage to see clearly. So let's first start with taking a breath. All right, let's get into it. So there are a few significant alignments that I have noticed are showing up for us in this moment. The moon enters Leo today, and with it brings boldness, self-expression, and a spotlight on your inner heart, as Leo is the sign of the heart. We also have a moon square Uranus aspect, which is basically the moon in Virgo is squaring Uranus and Gemini, and that shakes the emotional status quo. It may appear as a disruption in what you thought was solid. Underneath all of these energies, the echoes of Pluto going direct is there, Venus is still engaging in Neptune tensions, and the grand air trine we've been navigating are all still active. So this day asks, will you stand in your fire or get startled by what changes? So let's bring in myth to deepen understanding of this energy. The moon in myth is the divine mirror, Luna. Luna rules the tides, the unseen, and our emotional undercurrents. And when she enters Leo, she walks into the court of the sun, demanding the soul show its face rather than continuing to hide behind shadows. Uranus is the skybreaker and the rebel, and Uranus is tied to Prometheus. Prometheus brought fire to humanity in defiance of limits. So when Uranus is in conversation with the moon via a square, the old emotional structures crack and the soul is called to revolt against its own imprisonment. So today you have the goddess of your inner world meeting the lightning of higher mind. One energy pulls you inward, the other energy jolts you outward, and you're being asked which one is guiding you. So you may feel split, with part of you wanting to glow based off of the Leo moon, and part still flinching from the shock of change. And this is that Uranus energy. You'll see reflections of yourself in flashes today, maybe through someone's behavior, maybe in someone's words, maybe even in someone's projection. But don't mistake that mirror for your identity. You're being asked to reclaim your story. So don't let disturbance dictate your direction. Whether someone acts erratic, maybe someone resurfaces, or maybe you sense misalignment, either way, just stand firm in your vision. You may want to speak truth, and you can do this, but speak from your sovereignty, not your reaction. You might feel emotional outbursts, but you should just let them pass. You don't have to act on every spark. Under this Leo moon, a lot of relationships want drama, attention, and recognition, but the Uranus square warns us that some connections are not stable enough yet to support that. So you might see a friend or a partner test you. They might ask for validation or stir up some friction or force you to step back into old wounds. See this as their mirror, but not your burden. If your value was once dismissed, now let your absence be their riddle to figure out. Absence isn't punishment, remember that. It is your boundary being made visible. This square that we're living under currently is a test of emotional autonomy. So you'll be tempted to revert to old emotional reactions. This could be jealousy, fear, clinginess. But evolution demands something else. It's demanding you trust yourself. The portal here is the moment you decide not to be moved by every ripple. This is giving you a chance to observe your pain without surrendering your peace. So in this energy, you want to let your heart feel, but you want to make the decision not to be infected by external chaos. This moment is a filter for you. It separates those who are tethered to drama from those who are tethered to destiny. So I want to give you some tips on how to navigate and work with this energy, especially if it's particularly difficult for you to work with today. Practice the pause. Always pause before responding, especially when emotions flare. With this, I mean your emotions as well as someone else's. Ask yourself first, is this my material or is someone else projecting onto me? Use your voice when needed, but with tone, not volume. Ground through embodiment. Move through your body, touch your skin, feel soil. Practice staying inside your body today. Practice grounding yourself in your body. Reflect in the night. At night, you can look at the things that you rejected. Those things will be the key for you seeing what you're being asked to integrate. Shield your intention, because this aspect that we're currently under encourages distraction, gossip, and energy theft. This is a day of ignition as well as vulnerability. The astrology today offers you fire to burn through illusions, but it also asks you to remain yourself in the blaze. You're not the reaction. You are the witness. You are not the mirror. You are the source. Take some time when things come up within you, whether those are triggers or just especially chaotic emotions. And remember that you are not the emotion. You do not have to be ruled by it. You're the person observing the emotion in order to figure out what is there that I am supposed to learn from this. What is this emotion telling me about myself? And in some cases, when emotions, especially very strong ones, surface, it's an indicator that a boundary has been crossed. So take the time to think on that and figure out what needs to be done in this moment or what needs to be said in this moment in order to help me return back to a balanced and stable state. This is the day where you're called to grow up. I can't really say it any other way. This is a day of elevation. This is a day of graduation. This is a day where you learn about yourself and you use that knowledge and awareness to help you progress into the next phase. So if this message resonates with you and who you're becoming in this moment, please take the time to like this video to set its frequency in alignment with yours. And also comment, "I hold my flame," if you choose sovereignty over shape-shifting. Subscribe to my channel for these daily transmissions, and remember, you don't just survive the storm, you transform in it. Until next time, walk gently, guard your boundaries, and always live untamed.